Welcome to Perfect English Quizzes. Silent letters. In this video, we will learn 75 silent letters in English from A to Z. Like, subscribe, and click on notification for more interesting videos. Let's begin. Silent A. Artistically. Artistically. For the artistically inclined, the street markets are full of interest. Logically. Logically. Judges must weigh the evidence logically and objectively. Romantically. Romantically. She has never been romantically involved with a married man. Basically. Basically. She has a conception of people being basically good. Critically. Critically. It was a critically important moment in his career. Silent B. Bomb. Bomb. The bomb was approached with caution. Crumb. Crumb. These cakes will crumb even if you freeze them a bit. Plumber. Plumber. We have to call a plumber to unlock the drains. Succumb. Succumb. The minister said his country will never succumb to pressure. Thumb. Thumb. Hold the rope loosely between your finger and thumb. Silent C. Conscious. Conscious. He became acutely conscious of having failed his parents. Crescent. Crescent. A crescent moon peeps out from behind the clouds. Muscle. Muscle. A journalist has tried to muscle in on my exclusive story. Science. Science. Science is the systematic classification of experience. Descend. Descend. At Christmas, the family descend on the house bearing gifts. Silent D. Handsome. Handsome. They will make a handsome profit on the property. Sandwich. Sandwich. You had better rinse the sandwich down with a glass of milk. Wedge. Wedge. I don't want to drive a wedge between the two of you. Wednesday. Wednesday. They have to vacate their offices before Wednesday. Hedge. Hedge. You can hedge against redundancy on illness with insurance. Silent E. Bridge. Bridge. A row of reinforced concrete pillars supports the bridge. Change. Change. Sometimes we have to accept change if we want to move forward. Hate. Hate. Some people like fat meat while others hate it. Please. Please. Please handle these precision instruments carefully. Love. Love. I would love to hear your feedback. Let us know your views. Dine. Dine. When I dine in a restaurant, I like a table to myself. Silent G. Align. Align. Newspapers traditionally align themselves with political party. Resign. Resign. The president will have to resign for being involved in a political scandal. Campaign. Campaign. They have mounted a propaganda campaign against Western governments. Sign. Sign. The gloomy weather shows no sign of improving. Foreigner. Foreigner. I have never met a foreigner who speaks such perfect Chinese. Silent H. Ghosts. Ghosts. The pub is said to be haunted by the ghost of a former landlord. Honest. Honest. I don't think you've been altogether honest with me. Rhythm. Rhythm. She could bear the constant rhythm of his breathing. Scheme. Scheme. The scheme did not meet unqualified approval. Weather. Weather. Adam inquired politely whether they have enjoyed the show. Silent I. Business. Business. He has the skills necessary to run the business. Parliament. Parliament. By telling lies, he brought discredit upon Parliament. Silent K. Knob. Knob. She turned the knob, but the door didn't open. Knuckle. Knuckle. I decided to knuckle down for an hour and get the job done. Night. Night. She's still waiting for a knight in shining armor to come and rescue her. Knowledge. Knowledge. He that boasts of his own knowledge proclaims ignorance. Knock. Knock. If you knock the ball with your hand in football, you will suffer a penalty. Silent L. Calm. Calm. The city is calm again after yesterday's riots. Walk. Walk. We could hardly be blamed if he chose to make her walk home. Half. Half. Don't spend a half hour selecting what you need either. Palm. Palm. This tiny device fits into the palm of your hand. Salmon. Salmon. Smoked salmon was considered an expensive delicacy. Silent N. Autumn. Autumn. The painting glowed with beautiful autumn tints. Column. Column. You must cast up this column of figures carefully. Damn. Damn. The less you give a damn, the happier you will be. Hymn. Hymn. Many large churches, however, provide hymn books in the pews. Silent P. Q. Q. The trade unions suffered brutal repression after the Q. Pneumonia. Pneumonia. She developed a pneumonia which landed her in the hospital. Cupboard. Cupboard. This cupboard can store enough food for a month. Psychiatrist. Psychiatrist. The psychiatrist said she was suffering from paranoid delusions. Psychic. Psychic. She was a psychic who was later revealed to be a fraud. Silent S. Aisle. Aisle. The bride walked down the aisle to the altar. Island. Island. He went to the island looking for treasures. Pasture. Pasture. There are three main materials that are used in making pasture. Silent T. Butcher. Butcher. The butcher hacks off a large chunk of meat. Castle. Castle. The castle has remained intact over the century. Christmas. Christmas. She lets her son select his own Christmas present. Mortgage. Mortgage. Your father took out insurance to cover the mortgage. Nestle. Nestle. Hotels and houses nestle among the vegetation. Watch. Watch. He would sit quietly and watch what was happening. Silent U. Guard. Guard. She had to defend herself against the guard dog. Vogue. Vogue. If you say action English, you're in vogue actually. Tongue. Tongue. When the heart is full, the tongue will speak. Guess. Guess. Can you guess the inner meaning of this poem? Guitar. Guitar. Guitar strings nowadays are made from steel or nylon. Silent W. Answer. Answer. The teacher couldn't answer the philosophical problem. Wreck. Wreck. I always turn into a gibbering wreck at interviews. Whole. Whole. No man is the whole of himself. His friends are the rest of him. Wrap. Wrap. We are hoping to wrap up the negotiations this week. Wrestle. Wrestle. We have to physically wrestle the child from the man's arms. Thanks for taking this lesson. Stay tuned for the next video. Like, subscribe, and click on notification for more interesting videos.